What up, players? It's Warboss Tay up in this mug. I'm taking a look at the article that came out on Warhammer Community today about the new Legion Praetor and Terminator Praetor for the Word Bearers Legion. This is going to be coming from Forgeworld, and the article is on warhammercommunity.com. I'm going to take it from about halfway down into the article. During the Great Crusade and the Horus Heresy that followed, all 18 of the known Space Marine legions utilized Praetors. Second only to the Primarchs in terms of martial skill and generalship, they led massive armies capable of laying waste to entire continents. While Lorgar, the Primarch of the Word Bearers, was busy writing his holy books, it was his Praetors who were left to prosecute war for the Word Bearers. Both of these models are covered in Colchissian runes, making them feel like true sons of Lorgar, and they can be assembled either wearing a helmet or with a bare head. Whether you're getting the Praetors to lead your Horus Heresy force, as character models for your Warhammer 40k army, or as a fun painting project, they'll fit right in with the rest of your Word Bearers collection. They're both available to pre-order from Forgeworld website, so let's check out the website on Forgeworld and look at their prices. So taking a look first at the Word Bearers Legion Terminator Praetor, I love these key features because it's supposed to tell you very briefly what the model has, what it's equipped with, the different options that come in the kit, and maybe just a little sentence or two of fluff. But the bullet points for the key features of this Terminator Praetor are: 1. Spread the good word of Lorgar. 2. Enlighten any who stand against you with your weapon of flame. 3. Comes with a choice of heads. That is very funny. That is very funny. Okay, so the Praetor in Terminator armor, bringing blinding darkness of old night to the Imperium. This model is covered in Colchissian runes and other word-bearer symbols such as piping flame motifs, making it really stand out on the battlefield. They come armed with a combi melta and a burning mace, which could represent a number of in-game weapons. You also get a choice of heads. 19 parts, highly detailed resin kit, and it comes on a 40mm Citadel round base. The rules for the The rules for the Legion Praetors can be found in the Horus Heresy Legionis Astartes Age of Darkness army list. $41 for a single Terminator character. I mean, it's Forgeworld, so you've really got to love your Word Bearers army. And this is the point, I'm pretty sure, when they've turned away from the Imperium after the Battle of Calth. They've already started decorating their armor with the runes and the symbols. And the flame motif looks, I mean, it's okay for the flaming censer as well as the one in the burning mace. I don't really care for fire on models. I think anyone who's followed any of my videos know that I just don't like having to recreate the effect of the flames. Smoke is one thing, like the fire belcher for the old ogre kingdoms, but the actual flames itself, it's kind of tricky to paint if you're a new painter. Getting the reds to transition to the oranges and the yellows and out to the black where the smoke comes out is very easy to get discouraged if it doesn't look spot on. Where flames are okay in my mind, in fact, I think they do add a little bit of interesting detail to a model, because just a flash of yellow color is on the candles, which we see here on the shoulder pad. I like that. It's very weird and gothic and very impractical that this soldier fighting on the battlefield would have candles on him that he expects to remain lit the whole time. But it's an interesting detail to paint. I also do like the open book strapped to his left shoulder pad. The Word Bearer symbol is a book with a demon flame, a demon head on fire. So the idea of having a real book, a holy book, open on his shoulder pad, I think is pretty good. Number 1. Key features: spread the good word of Lorgar. Number 2, cut down your enemies with a mighty power sword. Number 3, comes with a choice of heads. And the description, the model description, is basically the same as in the Terminator Praetor. This one has only 14 parts in this highly detailed resin kit and comes supplied with a 32mm Citadel round base. Legion Praetor rules can be found in the Horus Heresy Legionis Astartes Army of Darkness army list. So looking at this model, I like the head. Man, he's got some weird scarification going on his head, and I really think that's pretty good. I like the tabard that he's got, another open book clamped to his belt buckle. And it's pretty interesting, and I like how he's got the back of the tabard flowing down behind him. It gives him a more regal and grandiose look to have that tabard in the front and in the back flowing like that. If you look at the helmeted head, the crested helmet will definitely make it stand apart because the word bearers are not known for having very opulent looking fancy helmets, especially none like these that have that Romanesque frill on the top in the center. So that might be an option that you would want to give for this model, and then save that unhelmeted head for a different model. That ritual scarification, it's so creepy, and when you see it done on a model, if I was to paint it, I would actually paint it to look like it was freshly done, maybe weeping a little bit of blood or purple and bruised around the edges. Oh, just it's very creepy to look at. $75 for both of them just seems like a really high price to pay. If you were to splurge for one just to use as a centerpiece or as a focus point for your army, then that's one thing, but I don't see even people who are diehard Word Bearers fans springing to get both of these models if you follow me. I don't know, let me know, what do you think? Are you a devout follower of Lorgar? Do you know the good word? The last part of content I want to put in this video, just to give people who are more interested in the painting aspect a little bit to chew on, is that I'm going to give you my theoretical way that I would paint this model, just to give you a sense of how I would paint it. I would spray the model in black paint. It looks like this model in particular, with the black tabard going down the front and the back, the black in the shoulder pads and the vents, you could do more with black, starting from black, instead of doing like a red spray paint. Even though the model is more majority red, I think going with black will give you a little bit of an easier time when you have to black out the colors. After you spray the model in black, I would hit the red armor parts first with corn red. Then I would go to the silver, and then I would paint the other details, like doing Rakarth flesh on the inside of the tabard, and doing the... Are there any gold bits? I mean, he's got a little plasma pistol, so you would paint the coils in whatever blue you want to go on. Ooh, look at the gold on his sword. It's a very muted, dark gold rather than a shiny, bright yellow gold. I like it. It's very cool. It's almost like a brassy gold. Very dark. And yeah, very, very uncommon to see. When you look at the gold they use on these models, they tend to skew a little bit more towards the hanging bit that he's got down in front of his tabard. You see the little gold rims on that little tube. So that would be maybe your Balthazar gold, maybe even your Retributor armor gold. And then the gold that's on his sword, geez, I don't know, that looks more like a Rune Lord brass gold. Very cool, very cool. That's actually what I like to see. After you hit the entire model with Known Oil or Agrax Earthshade, then I would just build those colors back up. And then the highlights look like they're doing gray highlights for the black cloth. So you would do Mechanicus Standard Gray, and then bring it up to, like, instead of going straight gray, you might add a little bit of that brown tone by doing a Skavenblight Dirge or a Storm Vermin Fur. Then you would be finished. If you're going with the unhelmeted head, just build up your flesh colors. I would go with gray for the little goatee, just to give him that extra weight and that age, that venerableness. And then you're done. You're ready to go. Spread the good word throughout the galaxy. Alright guys, what do you think of these two models? The Praetor for the Word Bearers Legion in regular armor and in Terminator armor. Let me know down below. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos, and I hope you're having a great Friday. We will see you in the next one. Latest, players!